Hello. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna live. It's not that scary. I'll get a grip. I'll get a grip. Why, hello, folks. Denobi2 here, and thank you for joining me once again on a visual tour. This time we're going to be visiting the flagship Toy Sapiens in Tokyo. Yes, last month I was able to take a little bit of a vacation with my kid. Got to visit Toy Sapiens, Hot Toys Flagship, and yes, I was brutally assaulted on the wallet, as you can see. I didn't go too bonkers though, because I am on a budget though, but if you're clever enough, you can kind of see what I was able to pick up. I do enjoy visiting actual brick and mortar store locations for especially for Hot Toys, especially now since Sideshow doesn't even attend San Diego Comic-Con. San Diego Comic-Con used to be my vitamin supplement when it came to viewing Hot Toy figures in person. There's a huge difference when you get to see an assortment of Hot Toy figures on display in person versus most Hot Toy collectors have only ever seen them in photos, and they have to go off of photos or said video reviews to make that big decision in moving forward. It's wacky, right? It's wacky that these figures cost so much, and we have to almost take a leap of faith and making that purchase. This location actually has a Back to the Future segment here. I do have that Playmobil Back to the Future DeLorean, but what caught my eye here was the light box. Good price though, by the way. The yen conversion to US dollars going a little bit further. This right here blew me away. I've seen this in photos, but seeing it in person and activating it and playing with it, I can see how it can fit my collection. Something like this, I guess there's just not enough meat on the bone for Sideshow to actually distribute and carry. There's a lot of little tchotchke nonsense on this particular area that Sideshow may or may not carry, but when you have a brick and mortar store, not everybody can afford steak. Some folks may just be able to afford, let's say, a corn dog. That's where those little tchotchke items come in. I do enjoy this historical. It almost feels like a museum, right? Because a lot of this stuff has been discontinued. It's very historical, especially from my point of view, in my eyes, where I've been in this. I mean, I've been collecting Hot Toys now for close to 15 years, and I remember when a lot of this stuff was either being announced or released, and you kind of taking a tour down memory lane or a walk down memory lane. It always reminds me of what I decided to pass on the time and what I decided to move forward on the time. This whole Star Wars New Hope section here, I passed on it. But you have to understand, though, at the time that the New Hope line had been announced and released, I was going through the Marvel hyper kick of Civil War, Age of Ultron, etc. I was very dedicated to Marvel, and I still am. Down there, you can see Anakin, the Clone Wars. I've throttled on the Clone Wars. I've come to realization that Hot Toys will not pump the brakes on the Clone Wars schlock, so I've stepped out. I'm still collecting most of the spider suits. I do love Spider-Man. Spider-Man is definitely, he has a soft spot in my collection, especially since I've been devoting so much more space in my module cases to keep them active. And of course the Iron Man. Iron Man, I have not gone hardcore conservative yet, but I've been nitpicking because I can see that Hot Toys is starting to take creative licensing in trying to keep the die-cast Iron Man line moving forward. These right here are, this is part of the Ahsoka line, the Zombie Troop. Now, I thought this was based off of the comic book, but I guess this was from the show, from the Ahsoka show. I did not see the Ahsoka show. In fact, I've bowed out of the Disney Plus Star Wars nonsense quite a while ago. So I haven't seen season 1, or is there 2 seasons of Ahsoka? I haven't seen any of that shit. I passed on the gold chrome trooper, and you can see it's in stock here. A lot of this stuff here is just, it's starting to feel like a cash grab. Like, Hot Toys has no shame anymore. They're like, F it, we want your money, you want this is what we're gonna do. So very cool. I don't have these guys. Those are the ones with the USB light up background. I don't have those. I don't. I still am going over to the DC section here, and I gotta say I'm proud that I feel like I'm one of the few rare collectors that has stuck on through most of DC, minus the classic Batman figures there with Burt Ward and such. I passed on that, but I do have a lot of the Arkham Asylum Batman figures and most of the DC Justice League, Zack Snyder and such. Again, these are fillers. I've stopped. I've slammed on the brakes on Marvel Legends. Hasbro doesn't give a shit. They are gonna keep abusing collectors with their new technology and such. So F it. This right here, seeing this in person, the Darth Maul, I was not able to score one of those Darth Mauls when they were available, and it looks badass. And then, of course, the one thing that I came to Japan in June was to try to get the Artisan Dark Side Anakin. I was not able to find one, score one, so I've moved on. I'm going to give you the best advice I can give you. I've given most Hot Toy collectors: try not to move backwards. Keep moving forward. Going backwards will create problems. It'll create a lot of issues. These are the Sith Inquisitors. A lot of this stuff is still in stock. This right here, the Galen Erso one right here, this one caught me off guard because I remember before I arrived to Tokyo, I remember seeing the photos of Galen Erso, and it did nothing for me. I don't have much love for Rogue One, but this right here, seeing this in person, it captivated me. I was very impressed, especially with the tailoring, the outfit, the look, everything and such. So at one point I was against Galen So, and because it had it in stock and it's sold out in the U.S. and that the U.S. dollar is going very far. I mean, it hit a trifecta for me. Like, it blew me away, and it came home. Marvel Legends. I wanted to show the Marvel Legends because Walmarts and Targets in my area. I haven't at the time. This is in June. I hadn't seen any of these figures in stock. It's like Target doesn't give a shit. Walmart doesn't care. Maybe they're getting one box, and there's that one classic toy hunter that still believes in visiting retail brick and mortar stores to chase a lot of stuff, like that Sebulba. I've never seen him on the shelves. To me, that was at that point in time. I still haven't seen him. This was about a month ago. A lot of this stuff, the 3 3/4 inch figures. I've seen most of the 3 3/4 inch figures. These little tin lunch boxes with a little eraser. I think I picked up one. I picked up a Back to the Future set. I thought that was neat. I don't like the Squadron line, the Micro Machine Squadron line. I don't like it. It's for looking, it's not for cooking. It's the best way I can explain it. From a distance, this whole toy line looks great. When you get up too close into it and you start turning on the lights, it suffers from light bleed and it kills the illusion. So I only have 2 of those vehicles from that line, and I've stopped. McFarlane is blowing me away with their Batman line. I'm not collecting any of the McFarlane Batman line, but I'm impressed by it. If I was, I would absolutely be ecstatic with the level of detail and with all the Bat vehicles. My God, and it's such a bargain. You're better off. I mean, what's the other option? Jazzing. Ew. Better off sticking with McFarlane. It's a better price point, and they're probably going to last a lot longer too. Some other stuff around here. Let me get over to. They still have this guy. They still have Western, Back to the Future Doc Brown, plenty of it, though. I'm really shocked that Back to the Future 3 characters didn't catch on a lot quicker. This guy right here, this is the deluxe old man fart Indiana Jones. You know, I ended up getting this guy. As soon as I arrived, I ended up getting him. It arrived. It sat in a corner of my room for about a month, and I sold him. I was just so disappointed with the movie, with the figure, and it has nothing to do with the sculpt. The thing is that Hot Toys, I think, actually did an absolute fantastic job on that old man Indiana Jones. A little bit too perfect, and he looks horrible. He just looks like he needs to just sit down and take a rest. I ended up selling him. I'm like, I don't want this shit in my collection. One Piece, I did not pre-order. I'm not chasing. I didn't fall too much in love with the One Piece line. Some t-shirts and some other merch. Overall, it's a nice store. This is not the original Toy Sapiens store. This is the different where they moved. This feels a bit smaller than the original location. I think some people may tend to disagree. I'm just used to the original Toy Sapiens where it was originally located. And they have some interesting characters here. They have some Toon, Tom and Jerry, and some other little tchotchke nonsense on there. I ended up just filming it. They do have a little Disney section here. I did spend some time in Disney. I do have a Disney section in my collection, but nothing here jumped. And I'm absolutely staying away from Iron Studios. I don't want any of their little 1/10 scale statues in my collection. That's a slippery road. Big slippery road. What else? The Playmobil is doing fantastic with the Hollywood Vehicles line. I do have Kit, the DeLorean, and I believe I did not get the Aston Martin. I wish they would do Herbie, like the actual Love Bug. I know they have a Volkswagen Beetle in the line, but I would be really blown away if they did Herbie the Love Bug with Playmobil. I would end up picking them up. And they have some classic vehicles here. That's the reissued Batmobile from '89. Please ask the staff to buy this. I don't need that though. You know what they did have though? They had the motorcycle. They have like the Bruce Wayne and the bike. I passed on the bike. I wanted the bike. I just didn't have any space. This guy right here blew me away. Manta. Seeing this in person, holy smack! This is light years. This right here blew me away. I ended up buying him. I ended up getting him a good deal. And that's the thing too. Black Manta was already at this point sold out on Sideshow. So the fact that they had him in stock, it looks fantastic, and my US dollar goes a lot further. It was a no-brainer. Again with the bike, the bike is I find from the Flash, the Bat Cycle here, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's fantastic. I just didn't have any space to bring it, and I thought they were doing something. They were charging a little bit more for the bike. I think it was marked up also too, so the price wasn't even that good on that one. What else do we have here? Let's go around here, around the corner. We have this is the Hano line. I am vaccinated against the Hano line, so I don't want any of that shit in my collection. This is one of the worst suits for Spider-Man. I ended up passing. I didn't get any of the Spider-Verse characters. I don't have the Tobey Maguire Venom. I don't have them. I don't know if I want them anymore though. Eternals, guaranteed pass. That's Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I haven't even seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I don't care. I have not seen Captain America Winter Soldier film. This movie, it's free on Disney Plus. I have no interest in ever seeing it. I just don't care. The Deadpools, Lady Deadpool, all of that is an easy pass for me. I have one Deadpool. It's from Deadpool 2. I'm fine. I gotta move on. There's just way too many figures, and tough decisions have to be made. So it's with my pruning shears, I'm constantly clipping. I can't believe that that Astromech droid is still available. And that is the Range Trooper, Snow Trooper. That's in stock too. Quite a few figures. I debated on whether picking up that Darth Maul. I ended up passing on it. And Sith Inquisitor, she was in stock. Yikes! I don't know if her character was well liked in Japan, but that being said, so was he. They were both in stock. So otherwise, it's always fun. I always enjoy when I love Japan. I love Tokyo, and this is one of my perks when I get to visit the country, is always stopping by and visiting an actual brick and mortar Hot Toys. And I wish Hot Toys would do something like this in the U.S. Have like a brick and mortar store, like in a major city, like, I don't know, Las Vegas, maybe? I'd settle for L.A. too. L.A.'s next door to me too. Like, subscribe, and leave your comments below. This was a fun little mini tour, folks. Alright, so she wants me to stand in this line for a friggin' Laboo. No fucking way. No. This Laboo nonsense is out of control, folks. I'm not doing it. Nope. We'll get it on eBay or something.